Hey everyone, Chris Ruhm here to show you how to enroll in a Medicare prescription drug plan. The reason I'm showing you this, a lot of companies are not paying commissions to agents this year, and therefore they're not showing on my quoting platform. And when I show you these medications that I'm going to enter, I'm not going to make a $30 commission when it's going to cost you $600 to $700 more in drug cost. So this is my solution. Is it the best solution? Unfortunately, no, but that's what the insurance carriers are forcing based off of not paying us commissions, and therefore the plan's not showing up on my quoting tool. So once you're at Medicare.gov, you can log into your account. If you haven't created one, I encourage you to do so, and it'll probably have your medications in the system already, and you can make edits to them, and it'll make things go a lot quicker for you. All right, but for now, I'm just going to click Find Plans. You're going to come down here. Here's where it says right here, save time by logging in. All right, now I'm going to put in my zip code because I have 2 counties in my zip code. So it's important that you put in the right county. Click Continue, and then we're going to look at Medicare Part D, prescription drug plans. Click Find Plans. If you get help from any of these, by all means, you can check that. Most of my clients are this category. I don't get any help from these programs. Do you want to see drug costs when you compare plans? Yes. And the reason we click yes, well, if you're not taking any medications, you can take no, put no in. But for this, I'm going to put in 2 medications because it'll help show the plans better. All right, I'm going to do a very inexpensive drug called atorvastatin. It is a cholesterol medication, very common. This is the most common one, so I'm just going to click Add to my drug list. That simple. The next one I'm going to click is an expensive medication, Eliquis. This used to be a lot more expensive. They negotiated the cost of this down a little bit this year. It's still expensive though. The common dosage for this is 5 milligrams, and they take 2 a day. But if you take the 2.5 milligram option, that's there as well. Click Add to my drug list. That'll give us a good representation of the cost of these plans. I'm going to click Done Adding Drugs, and you can add as many pharmacies as you want. So I'm going to click Mail Order because you can often save with mail order. I'm going to click CVS, Kroger, and Walgreens. All right, you can add up to 1 more if you wanted to. If you have Meijer or something, go ahead and put it in. Click Continue to View Plans. Come October 15th, there will be an enrollment option on here. Again, if you're signed in, it'll have most of your information saved. It'll be a really simple process. It's simple either way, though. All right, so October 15th is enrollment, and you would be able to click on this to enroll. So this is why I'm showing you this. This is a non-commissionable plan. It's 0 premium, and it's the lowest estimated overall cost. If you choose mail order, you're going to save the most with mail order. But if you want to go to a retail pharmacy, you can, but it's going to cost you about $200 more. Not quite 200, maybe 170. All right. So let's just dive into the plan details. There's basically 2 stages to a drug plan. There's a deductible, and then there's a catastrophic level. Okay. So once you hit your deductible, you're just going to pay co-pays or co-insurance. But when you have the $615 deductible, you have to pay the full cost of the drug. It's typically only, so there's 5 tiers of drug, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, tier 1 and tier 2 are generic drugs. Tiers 3, 4, and 5 are typically brand name or specialty type drugs. Okay, so this plan has a 0 premium, $615 deductible, and the medications I put in are all in network. Okay, depending on the medications you take, this could show preferred or in network. Preferred is better than in network, but with this particular plan, it's just in network. Okay, this is rare. Okay, so a preferred is going to give you better pricing after you hit your deductible and you start paying co-insurance. So it's important to go to a preferred pharmacy. That's why it's good to put a couple in. In this particular case with Humana, all their if you just want to make sure it's in network with Humana. You're not going to pay more after the fact. Okay, so here you'll see the estimated costs at each of the pharmacies. It looks like Kroger does the best on atorvastatin for the year. This is your annual cost, so it's not much. Again, it's a cheap medication. Here's why the mail order is the cheaper option. Eliquis is a $1,200 annual drug versus $11.95 at Walgreens. So as you can see here, these are all the estimated annual costs. So you can see which pharmacy makes the most sense for you. All right, here it is by breakdown. So the $615 deductible, well, we're at $252 because Eliquis is probably around $250. February, we've got to pay it again, so we're still not there. March, we're going to finally meet it, and then in the preceding months, you're only going to pay $63.30. So it looks like it's a co-insurance of the Eliquis amount. Okay, they don't show me the plan details here specifically, and I don't have access to them in my quoting tool at this time. So if you don't like the fact that you have to pay $252, $252, $145, all these plans have to offer a payment program where you can divide it by 12. So if that helps you out and you just want to pay $100 a month, or in this case a little bit less on the mail order, you could do that. Okay, that's a new thing that they. All right, let's just see if they show us breakdown here. Okay, so here's cost after the out-of-pocket cap. So when I've mentioned the catastrophic level, the worst case scenario, let's say you took 5 different medications like Eliquis, okay, all really expensive. Your worst case scenario is $2,100, okay? In the past, there was no cap. There was 4 stages to a drug plan. Now there's only 2 stages, and the worst case scenario is $2,100. However, this is the reason. It's good for my clients to take a lot of medications, but this is the reason they're not giving us commission anymore, because they're passing all this cost onto the insurance company. Poor insurance companies. Just kidding. That was a joke. But you know, it's not helping me help you, which is the disappointing part. Here we are again at Walgreens, all basically the same amount of cost, but and then mail order is the best option. So let's just go down here to let's go back to the plans, back to search results. Again, this is broken down by lowest drug and premium cost. All right, so let's just go to the first plan I could sell. Here's a WellCare plan. I can't sell that one. Here's another WellCare plan. I can't sell that one. Now we're up to $1,300. So, I think I might be able to sell this one. It's commissionable, but you're going to pay more for it, and it's not worth me charging you an extra $100 or $200 to make $30. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Here's one where you'd be at $1,800. I don't even know if these guys pay me. So, bottom line is, if we want to do what's best for you, this is going to be the best way for you to do it. Okay, you're going to have to come and go through the health and drug plans. You're going to click on Find a Health and Drug Plan and just follow the steps. It's really easy. If you have any questions, I will try and help you. I'm not here to just shun you away, but I can certainly help you. Again, you cannot enroll in a drug plan until October 15th. So once October 15th comes around, you will see an enroll link right here that you can click on. It's super easy, especially if you already have an account created. If you don't, it's still easy, trust me. You'll just answer a few questions, fill in your information, and within about 7 to 10 business days after enrollment, you'll get your new plan. If you had a current prescription drug plan, it'll cancel your old one. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.